Hey, welcome back to Ken's Cardboard. Hope you're having a great day. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I've seen a lot of other channels do it. Watching my friend Shane over at Shoebox Legends, he recently did his top 100 cards, and I've been wanting to do my top 100 cards, and so I think the reason I been putting it off is that I keep getting bigger cards and putting it in there, and I keep changing my mind and my list of what my top cards are. So over the past few years, I've been focusing on more quality of cards instead of quantity of cards. When I first got back in 2019 or so, collecting, I didn't know what to collect. I was just going kind of randomly all over the place, collecting Rockies cards and players that I might think would be good investments. I was doing a little bit of investing, a little player collecting. I was kind of all over the place, and I wasn't really collecting hockey cards either. So over the last, I don't know, 6 years or so, I've changed my focus of collecting multiple times, but I think I've settled on, quality over quantity. So I've been purchasing, fewer cards each month because I don't need lots of cards. There's times when you go through in your hobby collecting that maybe, why do I need all these cards? Like, I just need a few good ones, but then you look at the cards and you're like, oh, I really like that card, so it catches my eye. I want to pick that one up. So I talked to my friend Dylan, and he, has a great collection, but he loves all of his cards, and he picks up the ones he likes. You can't get every card, but there's just the ones that catch your eye that you like. So I'm going to do a series of 5 videos. This being the first one, might be a little bit longer because I'm chatting up here up front. But I'm going to go through the top 100 cards, and I'm going to start with the top 80 cards, I guess, or 80, yeah, the bottom of that from 81 to 100, and then I'm going to go from there. So a couple things about the collection. Just took a little bit of notes here. So of the 100, there's 45 that are graded, 55 that are not. 62 baseball in the collection, 22 hockey, 13 football, 2 racing, and 1 basketball. There's also 25 of them are autographs. And then pre-1981 is the year I consider vintage in my mind. So 1980 and back, 25 of the cards in this collection are vintage and 75 are modern. So as you've watched my videos before, you probably know what some of my top cards are, but that's going to be coming up later. Maybe some of these, there's only 1 card in this collection that I haven't shown on a video yet, but I may show it prior to showing all these. I'm probably going to spread these out maybe once a week here to get these showing. So but yeah, let's stop gabbing and turn the camera around and check out the from card number 100 down to card number 81. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody. All right, up in the background, we got the Baseball 100 book by Joe Posnanski. His top 100 baseball players, and subjective in his mind. These are my top 100 cards, subjective in my mind. So that inspired me to do my top 100. So first up, we got, and I'm not going to do any, honorable mentions. I'm just going to go right into it here. So at number 100, we have a refractor, Von Miller rookie card. It looks like he's making an interception in this card. I love this design. I'll see more of this 2010 or 2011, 2011 design coming up in the collection. But it's a great year for sports cards. So there we go, Von Miller. Refractor, my all-time favorite Broncos player, Ed McCaffrey. SP Authentic just did a great design of cards, just simple design, focusing on the autograph and just a player's image. It's called the Player's Ink. This is from 1999. So it's a nice little autograph of McCaffrey. I think this is probably one of the, I don't know, maybe the second autograph I ever picked up of Ed McCaffrey. I have, I don't know, half a dozen or so in my collection of him. Bo Bichette. I've been following him since he was, I don't know, in the minor leagues. I started following him because I was a fan of Dante Bichette and his, son, Bo Bichette. And then also, I'm a really big fan of Sapphire, just the design. This is also a color match for the Blue Jays. This is like the first graded card that I'm showing here, but this is also his rookie card in 2020. I'm not really a huge fan of the 2020 design, but I do like the Sapphire cards, and this is my favorite rookie card of Bo Bichette that I have. Well, of the base design. So there we go with that. All right, I had to throw some light on the subject here, so back got the, a little bit more shine going here, because you're gonna see a lot of shine in these cards that I got. So this card is not shiny. One of my favorite players of all time, Charlie Blackmon. Got to see him play a lot, and even got to play baseball with him at fantasy camp. But this is my only wood card that I have. This is a Topps 206 from 2022, I think. 2023. But Topps 206, similar to, like the minis from Allen and Ginter. But nice wood background card there. Goes well with my, let me slide these over a little bit. Goes well with my wood shelf that I built there. One of my favorite football card design is this Contenders card here. Philip Lindsay, if you don't know who he is, he played for the University of Colorado, which is my alma mater, where I went to school, graduated in '96. This is just a nice looking card design, kind of like a ticket. This is, I think I might have one other sticker autograph, but this is a sticker autograph on here. But I just love the design of this card, and I collect Philip Lindsay. He had a few good seasons in the NFL, played for the Broncos, so yeah, he's number 95. So I'm forgetting to do my countdown here. I think I have another card of Philip coming up later down the road, but he was a Bronco and a Colorado Buff. So, both favorite teams, and so not a lot of times your favorite player from your favorite college goes to, or your alma mater, and goes to your favorite team in the NFL either. So he was not drafted, but he ended up getting onto the Broncos and having a couple good seasons. So next up, card I picked up from the National in 2021. This is before Ohtani was getting super hot. I stopped by a booth at the National. His name is Robert. I forget his last name, but he sells Japanese cards, and I was a fan of Ohtani already, and I have several Ohtani cards in my top 100, but this is the first one, 94. I wanted to get some Japanese cards. I think I picked up a Japanese pitching card and a batting card. This is from BBM 2016. The Nippon Ham Fighters. It's just a facsimile autograph, but it's really the gold, looks great. Can't read any of the thing on the back other than it says from a 2016 baseball magazine. There we go. That's number 94. One of my favorite card designs, and then is this Inception. I like kind of the art of them. And this is the purple version, numbered out of 150. So you're going to see a lot of numbered cards in my collection. So far, none of the previous ones are numbered, but they are limited in their print runs. This Inception is from 2019. Just like the purple purple color match on that. So there we go. I think that's 93 or 94, 93, I think. Another one of my favorite players to watch, Todd Helton. This is Allen Ginter product. I always like Allen and Ginter. I especially like the minis, and these are super hard to come by. When this product came out in 2019, I snatched this card up right away as soon as it came on eBay, because there's nothing much on the back here, but these stained glass cards, they go into collections and they never come out. So they don't go up for sale very often. So if you're not that player collector, you don't snatch them up. I don't know what they're numbered to. I'd have to look that up, but I bet it's less than 25, even though it's not numbered. There's another football card coming up here. This is Christian McCaffrey. I like watching McCaffrey play. I'm a fan of him, obviously, because I started paying attention to him because his dad was my favorite player. I met the McCaffreys one time at the airport. I was in line at Frontier Airlines, and they got in line right behind me. They were going to some football camp. This is early 2000s, probably. They were in high school, I guess, and his dad, Ed McCaffrey, and his two sons, Luke and Christian, were with him. At the time, Ed had just retired from football. So in my early 2000s. So this card, I just love this design, and I haven't seen another modern football card that I like more. This is the orange refractor, I believe. These are numbered out of, or maybe gold. I can't remember if it's the orange or gold. These are numbered out of 50. But I just love the rainbow shine on the foil, plus the sparkle in the background. It's not too annoying like some cards that they produce these days, but just love the design of that card. So that's one of a few Christian McCaffrey cards I have in my collection. And then speaking of McCaffrey, we got Ed McCaffrey here, and I would put this in a one touch, but it doesn't fit on a normal one because of the deckled edge, I guess. It's a little bit slightly bigger. But this is from Topps Finest, 2000. I thought it was 99, but it's 2000. Finest gold with a decal edge. These are numbered out of 300. Even the back has a kind of refractor shine on them. But just love this Topps Finest gold design. Love that it has the logo, Broncos there. Pretty awesome shine on that card. So that's number 90. Getting into the next 10 here. We got my first hockey card. This is the 1979 Topps Gordie Howe. I believe this is Gordie Howe's final card in NHL. He finished up his career with the Whalers. This is the Topps version. They made an O-Pee-Chee version of this as well. Love the backs of these cards. Picked this card up this recently at a show during spring training. I was down in Arizona. Met up with my friend George, and found two cards at the show. This was one of them. So was a guy that was selling mostly modern cards, and his hat stuck out like a sore thumb in his case, and so added it. That's number 89. Here's another Ohtani. So back in 2020, during the pandemic, Topps made a project called Project 2020, where they had 20 cards of 20 players from 20 different artists. I liked some of those cards. I picked up mostly the Jackie Robinson cards and a few others that I liked, and I liked the art. So the next following year, they came out with Project 70. They had a bunch of different players that they were doing. I don't think it was selected to specifically 20, but this is DJ Ski art card. And this is really cool. It has a little QR code. You can go look at the back and check out some of the music that DJ Ski has that he put together for this card. So, but I just love the art cards, and this kind of got anime Otani. I think this year in the Bowman product, they have anime cards as well. So that's number 89. Here we go. Juan Soto, postseason, Washington Nationals. So this is the year after they won the World Series in 2019. I was actually working out in Washington, D.C. and able to go to a game that the Nationals played against the Dodgers, even though the Dodgers won that game. But I did get to go to a playoff game. I had a standing room only ticket because that's all I could get. And I went to the game a little bit late, but getting there from where I was working. But this card here, I won from PSA. I forget how I submitted, what I got into some contest, but then when they sent this card to me, it was the guy who told me I won the contest, like, ended up not working there, so it was delayed for many months. So I got a bunch of stuff from PSA. I got a backpack, I got a frame that I have a card in, I got a hat, some other PSA swag, but this card is numbered, Soto's number 22 out of 25. And so pretty cool addition to my collection. That's number 88. Another Bo Bichette. This is from the 2022 Topps Gilded collection. I really love this design. Every card is numbered from the set, even the base cards. This is the base card out of 99. You can see up here. This is kind of just a refractor version of that card. And then the other ones have different designs like wave and speckles, whatever. I forget the mini diamonds. I think there's a prism one too. But there's another Bo Bichette. Now, this is my favorite hockey player right now, Cale Makar. And one of my favorite products is Allure. This is from 2021, I believe, 22. Yep, 2021, 22. They came out with a product where they had rainbows, and it wasn't like a crazy amount of rainbows, and they called them color flow. So this is the red orange, and then you got the orange yellow next after that, and then you got the yellow green. And these are not numbered, those are not numbered, but then you get here and you got some numbered cards here. This is the green blue, this is numbered out of 299. And then you got the blue purple, which is numbered out of 199. So when you set these all up, you can see the color flow obviously from one card to the next. But they look really cool. So yeah. I love me some rainbow colors and some shine, and these match perfectly. So I have the whole run of them, all 5. It's not crazy like some of the rainbows that other cards have. Other sets, like Panini's putting out, like, I don't know, 52 different versions of a card these days. All right, next up is one of 2 racing cards I have in my collection. Super shiny Miri card. This is from eTopps, from I think 2000. 2003. So back in 2000, I was collecting a little bit, and I had just gotten married, and I was telling my wife, oh, these are going to be the next greatest things in cardboard, these eTopps cards. And I ended up picking up several eTopps cards. This one I got off of eBay, but this is the only one I have in my top 100. I ended up picking up some football cards and a couple hockey cards, and they didn't really pan out. You would buy them, and you'd hold them in kind of the Topps would hold them, and then you could order them and have them sent to you. And they're limited printed. I don't know if these ones, some of them have the print runs on the back, and others don't. Like this one doesn't have the print run, but it does have like a hologram on the back. But I purchased a few, and only one of them panned out, and it happened to be Tom Brady, his second year. No, it wasn't a rookie card, but it was his first eTopps card, but what happened to be his second year. And I ended up getting it graded and got a 10 and sold it. So, because I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but got more shine coming here. Another favorite Rocky. We got Larry Walker here. This is the 1997 Bowman. It's the best atomic refractor. Just an amazing card design. You could just stare at this card all day long, looking at it, the different angles that comes with it. But just picked this one off of eBay. Love the Bowman's Best. One of my favorite baseball designs over the years. Here's a guy you probably heard of, Mike Trout. This is from Topps Archive Signature Series 2017. This is his Bowman 2014 card, so kind of like a third-year card. But I wanted to get a Mike Trout autograph back when I started collecting in 2019, and found this 1/1. It was my first 1/1 card. You know, I don't know if it's kind of, you know, artificially produced 1/1 because they can put whatever stamp on they want it, but apparently this is the only one from this has the 2017 stamp and a Mike Trout autograph on it. So we'll add that Trout to the collection. That was why I picked up that card, because I wanted a Trout autograph, and that was back in 2019 when I added that one. So there we go. That's I think card number 83. Let's see. Another one of my favorite players to watch, Nolan Arenado. Got to see him play when he was in minor leagues, coming up in spring training, and then watched him play until he was traded after 2020 season. So after that was the downfall of me being a Rockies fan, even though I still have some, you know, love for the Rockies living here in Colorado. But this gold card here I picked up at a card show here in Denver. These are numbered at 2013, the gold ones. But the guy I bought this from is a photographer, and he takes photographs for a baseball and maybe some other sports too, but mostly baseball. And then he sells those photographs to Topps, and I bet he has more than 200, 300 images of baseball players on Topps cards. And so he's on Instagram. You can follow him if you want. If you're interested, I can get you to see that. But that'd be an interesting topic for someone to do a podcast on, like, you know, maybe Mike from Junk Wax Hero would do a podcast on this guy who takes photos of players and then gets them put on cards. So one of the best pitchers of my generation here coming up, Mr. Clayton Kershaw. Picked up this rookie card a few years back, and I sent it in to get it graded. It came back an 8. I don't know, it probably has like some ink mark or something on there. I don't know. I thought it looked pretty clean, but like having it in my collection. Look how young Kershaw is. That's awesome. Love the card design of 2008. Obviously, this is a rookie card. But yeah, there is my top 81 cards in my collection in the countdown. So thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for the next episode coming up in about a week or so. So appreciate everybody watching. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.